And we are following breaking news here on CBS Sports HQ. Chelsea reportedly planning to prepare to withdraw from the European Super League. That confirmed by our own James Benge. We'll talk to him in just a second. The soccer world rocked less than 48 hours ago when 12 of Europe's biggest clubs announcing they were planning to break away from domestic leagues and UEFA, and said planning to create a new competition called the European Super League. Now, since the announcement, we'll show you the teams, Chelsea included, that were planning to be a part of it. Outrage has come from across the globe in various forms, including UEFA's president describing leaders of the groups as snakes, FIFA's president basically warning clubs you're in or you're out. Even Manchester City manager Pep Guardiola, one of those teams, saying he's not happy with the details and how it was formed behind closed doors. All right, let's bring in the guy breaking this news, our own James Benge here. James, what can you tell us about Chelsea preparing, is the report, to withdraw?
Yeah, preparing is what I'm told. They are refusing to confirm on the record that this is happening. But look, less than 48 hours after you've announced this, you don't start preparing to withdraw if you aren't actually withdrawing. You know, this is a hammer blow to the Super League. Chelsea and Man City were reportedly the teams that had the greatest doubts. And it's worth saying that of the other English teams, 6 of them, 3 of them have American owners. And, you know, what is something of a franchise system sits a little bit easier with American owners, I would say, than Roman Abramovich. But there's been huge outcry, as you mentioned, across European football. And I think particularly in Great Britain, the Prime Minister, Boris Johnson, has said he will look to stop this by whatever means necessary. So it very swiftly got to the stage where it became an almighty PR own goal for these 6 teams. And I think Chelsea really are going to have won the PR war by being the first team out of this. No one else is going to emerge out with any real credit. They'll all be following Chelsea's lead.
That was my very next question. It seems like this is just about to be the first domino that will fall. What do you expect maybe in the next couple of hours, the next 24, 48 hours or so?
Well, I mean, even as I'm on this call now, you know, phone is lighting up. I'm looking at our own Slack channels at work as well. From what I'm hearing, it looks like Manchester City could be the next domino to fall, that they could go. As I say, they had doubts. We heard Pep Guardiola expressing doubts. Losing 2 of the big 6 English teams would be a really significant challenge then. And I think there would be questions asked in the other boardrooms. Don't forget that then, you know, without Chelsea and without Manchester City, you're losing 2 of the top teams in England. And you've kind of got the likes of Arsenal and Tottenham that aren't performing as well. So it becomes really difficult for this to survive. We shall see, but I think this is certainly not going to make it onto the pitch. That's for certain.
James, before we were coming on air, we're talking about how long plans have been in the works, talks have been in the works to create some sort of league like this, like the European Super League. Are you surprised at the outrage that we did see? I mean, just less than 48 hours. This is now what's going on. Were you surprised by what we've seen?
No, I think what I was surprised with was almost the cynicism with which the owners and the clubs went about this. I mean, I think one of the really significant issues here was refusing to have relegation, which is anathema. You know, no competition in Europe could exist without some form of relegation. It was immediately made it a no-starter. The same with the closed league as well. 15 of the 20 teams in this Super League would have been guaranteed to avoid relegation. So it was never going to go down well in countries like England. You know, this is a rich, centuries-old football league that we have here. It's gone through certain changes, unhappy, unwelcome changes, but there was nothing quite like this fissure. And for a while, you wondered if the clubs might be brazen enough to try and carry it off, but the anger was such that it would have been a really hard sell for supporters.
So Chelsea preparing to withdraw. Man City could potentially be next. Pep Guardiola has already spoken out about this. James, plain and simple, will we ever see a European Super League?
Yes, but not for a very long time now. This will, you know, everything that's happened will, you know, result in UEFA making concessions to the biggest teams. That's really what this has kind of been about. The big money teams will get what they want to an extent, but it's not going to look like this, and it'll be a while before anyone revives a plan like this, considering how quickly it's fallen apart.
James, I know your phone is lighting up. We're going to let you get to that. I'm sure we'll be talking to you again very soon. Of course, people, check out your Twitter for the latest news there from our James Benge. Chelsea preparing to withdraw from the European Super League. You can hear James and many of our other guys. I'm sure they will be hopping on right now to record a podcast, our Que Golazo podcast. Everything in the world of soccer and, of course, the European Super League. Chelsea preparing to withdraw. Make sure to download and follow. Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis. No yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.